Africa has 54 separate markets, and the best solutions are solutions that are born locally for local problems. And so I think that's the really interesting thing about Africa opportunities, that it's 54 different markets worth of opportunity. And the potential for scale from one market to another, and again, into other emerging markets is really interesting. I think particularly the payments opportunity is incredibly interesting. The remittance market globally into Africa is massive and growing. And I think that's a really interesting opportunity. You see funds that are starting to invest in entertainment and culture. Right? Africa has the youngest population, the fastest growing urban population of the world, the most entrepreneurial population globally. And I think when you think about those demographic trends, if nothing else, they present amazing opportunities. And I also do think, again, because you're talking about economies with 54 different markets, a really interesting opportunity that exists in connecting those markets. Again, whether it's through payments, whether it's through logistics, presents opportunities that you don't see in other markets. India, for example, which is massive, but is a single market. And so we at Founders Factory Africa view the fragmentation in the different markets as real opportunities for new solutions that have scalable potential. The question of how corporates get involved, I get asked that a lot by corporates that are really interested in that know intellectually that the future goes through effort. Whether it's consumer, whether it's the future of food systems, right? Whether it's the future of payments, they understand intellectually. And I think they struggle when they don't have line of sight into the continent. They may not have operations on the continent. And quite honestly, a lot of corporations are a little bit frightened by outdated notions of what the risks actually look like. We believe there are a few ways. There are incredible direct investment opportunities. As I've said, the best African companies are global companies, and there are incredible applications for corporates that want a foothold in the continent to invest directly into ventures, incredibly scalable ventures. And we've seen that. We've seen massive exits for African corporates African startups over the last 5 years to global corporates. Our model at FFA, we are an African company. We have a 60+ person team based on the continent, headquartered in Johannesburg with offices in Lagos and Nairobi and soon to be North Africa. We believe that partnering with funds like ours that have boots on the ground and teams that are experts in local markets, knowledgeable, and have line of sight both into the pipeline and the types of customers and clients and markets that our ventures work in is really important and valuable. And so the vast majority of our LP base, not the entire LP base, but the majority of it are corporates, both African corporates and global corporates. And that's because these are forward-thinking corporates, companies that know where the future of business spending is, where the future of consumer growth is going to be, and understand that partnering with us in our unique model, that is both equity and a massive portfolio and platform team to support ventures, is a real way to dip their toes in and get line of sight into what's coming, understand the ecosystem without having to develop the expertise to due diligence opportunities on it.